welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. And if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them and I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past. I could be talking about the present or the future. So take only the parts that resonate. Leave the rest behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. My books are always open. I invite you to join me for a session. Also, I would strongly encourage you to go back into my archives. My readings do tend to reach out into the future a little bit. So if you go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, you may find titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. As you enter, if you could please come on in, get comfortable, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see it the most. All right, guys, let's jump in. I'm not going to do an oracle pull because I got a client in a little bit. So I'm going to try to mash this recording out before I get on with the rest of my day. All right, let's see what's going on. What does Spirit want to talk about today? What angle of the room are we talking from? Oh. You know, when the witchy woman comes out in the first row, kind of sets a tone for the whole reading, right? And not only does she come out, she shows up with the Four of Wands in reverse with the Tower. Okay, so this, honestly, I want to say it feels like somebody, there's a lot here. What it feels like is someone here who is, I'm actually kind of seeing a few things here. I do kind of feel like there's some avoidance of, I heard avoidance of a spectacle. Avoidance of a spectacle. The energy around that statement, it feels as though it's kind of like something, the spectacle. The spectacle is something that is being witnessed by other people. This woman is afraid of the spectacle, afraid of being, okay, ooh, I'm getting a lot here. Because what I'm seeing is, okay, in my mind's eye, I see a group of people. And I think at one point, this woman may have been a part of this group of people. Because what they're doing is the people now are like, they're pointing their finger at her. I think at one point she was like, I think I've talked about this in the past, like there was a ringleader and, you know, the minions. I think the minions have now turned on the ringleader and they're the spectacle. They're all pointing their finger at her. They're pointing their finger at her. Now there's potential here. She could potentially be trying to save her home. Like, you know, we've talked about this mature woman and, you know, the possibility of someone losing their home. This kind of looks like trying to, you know, efforts of trying to prevent the loss of the home, to prevent some type of change, to prevent some type of permanent ending. But really, it's something that she's trying to avoid, and it doesn't matter because it's coming anyway. Yep. It kind of feels like there's not going to be a whole lot that this person can do. If this woman had a tendency, if this woman had a tendency to, I heard shroud the truth. If this woman had a tendency to speak with forked tongue or just be very, very confusing, I feel like they're not really able to do that because people are kind of seeing them, is what I heard. Now, if we're talking about a family dynamic and say this is your mother, I do get the energy of someone here literally trying to prevent the ending of the relationship. But Four of Wands in the reverse with the World in the upright. This is something that she didn't plan for. And yeah, this is something that she did something and she did not plan for this to happen. And she's been trying to avoid it. But there were some actions that she took. It's kind of like a result of actions that she took. And so right now she's feeling very, I want to say very unsure of herself, very insecure because, like I said, she did not plan on the circumstances that are happening around her right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She did not expect, this woman did not expect that you would choose to walk away from it. Especially if there had been like conflict and drama and it felt like you never could really get a grasp on it. Like you may have felt like an outsider within your own family dynamic. Um and I feel like you kind of walked away from it because you didn't see any actual change. Even though you may have had love for them, it always felt the circumstances around the connection always left you feeling very, confused. I feel like there were a lot of lessons that you may have endured while being connected to, to your family or a group dynamic. It may have also been proven, to yourself now that it was maybe a poor investment of your time, and all the energy that you gave to it, you never really saw any of that energy come back to you. On the flip side, as it's related to this woman, it feels as though she made also some very poor investments of time and energy. There were decisions that she made that have really, the way I'm seeing it, it's kind of like there's no valid excuse or explanation. Like there's no real solid reason that makes sense for her to have acted in the way that the way she has. I feel collective you finally decided to kind of move in a way or take some of, really definitive action to kind of step up for yourself and take charge of your own life and really focus on your own future and not so much this connection or the relationship. We like it. And it kind of feels like an executive decision. Okay. So, damn. All right. So what it feels like, in the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Swords. So there is some type of separation. There is some kind of, deeply wounded, hurt feelings. I kind of feel as though the connection that you had with this woman, and it's giving mother figure, but the connection that you may have had with this woman, I feel like she's been trying to keep you. I can hear in my head Michael Jackson got me working day and night. Like I want to say that this energy, because I'm looking at all the cards that are surrounding it, it kind of feels like this is somebody who constantly had you kind of like a dog chasing its tail. It's like kind of having you go in circles and you're jumping through hoops trying to prove your value and your worth to the connection. This person kind of kept you, I think for a really long time, it may have kept you very stagnant because you were kind of torn between how you felt and what you saw, like what you could witness between your dynamic, your relationship dynamic, Um, And it started to feel very hopeless because like I said, you were putting into something and you just could not. You didn't see the return on the investment that you were making within this connection. And it feels like you may have spent a lot of time kind of, really torn, really torn, going back and forth in your head, really trying to figure out like if this is if sticking around was really worth it. I'm also getting to here the energy once it's kind of like once you parted ways from this person, I am getting the sense that, oh, okay, here's another thing too, just now noticing. So, like I said, this woman had minions. This woman had other people. And I said in my mind, I literally don't have cards up, but I can see it. Like people are pointing and like, because they know what she's done. And they're not like snickering, kikiing about it, but they're all literally, they're looking at her and they're pointing their fingers like, damn, you did all of that. And this is what's happening to you. Like, whew. Somebody here is in fact getting hit with some negative karma because of the poor choices and decisions that they've made. So now their life is upside down. And at one point, maybe I feel like there was a time when you actively were engaged in a way where you were seeking this person's love and approval. And then you stopped. And now what you're getting, which I find really interesting, because the moment you kind of departed or walked away from this situation, the love and adoration that you were seeking from this person, you now get from other people. So like maybe you get it from a community. Maybe you found your tribe. You found a community of people who are just like you, who think like you, who, have the same kind of beliefs and all that stuff. Now you are surrounded by people who are more in alignment with who you are. And this person here is kind of like, I want to say that this person really felt like you would need them, or they were posturing themselves in a way where you would always turn to them if you had needs. Needs. however that's interpreted to you. But this, again, this is giving me like a mothering energy. It doesn't have to be your mother, doesn't have to be a mother, just kind of gives me a mothering energy. But I feel like this whole, now I will say this, even though her minions are kind of like off to the side, her minions are not being affected by the situation, because if they participated in it, they're as much responsible for whatever fallout is happening as she is. It's kind of like guilty by association. Now I'm also seeing here, oh yeah, so they're getting negative karma. There's some judgment here. They're getting negative karma for something that they've done in the past. And that's what I'm saying. You walked away from it. Okay. Oh, ho, ho. Okay. Now, this has come up in various readings in various different ways. Now, I am going to say, and this is the thing. It doesn't look like, because I do have somebody trying to return, trying to approach you. But your energy right now is coming across as very guarded. You're protecting yourself. That the treatment that you received wasn't anything that you deserved. I feel like I am also talking to somebody who had to kind of make some very strategic moves in order to exit the situation. Now, I do feel like, again, like I said, somebody here did not plan for these changes, did not plan for whatever's taking place. do get the sense that someone here is incredibly restless. And they could be restless just because they're being faced with a situation like, okay, now I'm also kind of seeing like this person, they may have to work. If this person doesn't work now, they may have to work, and they're kind of looking at that because especially if they're getting ready to lose their stability or their home, they're now in a position that they didn't think that they would find themselves in. And now they're having to be proactive. Now I'm also seeing the energy too of someone here who, like whatever this person is getting karma for, it's a lot. It's not just like a one-off thing. It's not like they did one thing and they're getting karma for this one. They did a few things. They've done a few things. Now, here's... Okay. I want you to be very, very cautious of anybody that tries to approach you now, okay? Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, there's someone here that... And here's the thing. The only reason why... The only reason why this person is approaching you, they don't want to be on the outside. I do feel like they want to contact you or come towards you. Listen, the devil, no, absolutely not. The only reason why they're coming towards you is because you're in a much stabler place than they are. This person is coming towards you with their hand out. They don't want to be on the outside. They don't like being on the outside, especially if they see that you kind of bossed up and turned your life around. Now that their life is on fire and upside down, now they're trying to come back towards you to reattach you to the same karmic energy. Because here's the thing. They're not approaching you out of love. And it's funny, I was just having this conversation, or not even a conversation. I think I mentioned it yesterday to my husband. We were watching something on TV, and I had commented about going into relationships. If you marry somebody, or it doesn't even have to be marriage, just anything. When you engage in relationship situations, when you go into them and it's not the primary purpose for you engaging with this relationship dynamic is not based in love, it is karmic, period. It's kind of like when you go after a job and you're only going after the job for the money, not for the growth or the experience. Karmic. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. When you're engaged with people, if you got people that are people in your family, because I said this is like a mothering energy, it's kind of like if you got people in your family who only fuck with you because of who you know, like who you are, your status or whatever. And I'm not saying that I'm like any kind of like celebrity, but out of my family, I got a platform. You can Google me. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So this almost, to me, the way I'm looking at it, it's like somebody wanting to come towards me, but it's not because they love me. It's because of what they perceive that I am based on my personal, based on my presence, like the presence that I have on the internet or how other people perceive it. It's almost like this person is not coming towards you with an open heart or anything. This person is coming towards you because they got dollar signs in their eyes. They losing out on dollars. They see you got dollars. They want your dollars. You know what I'm saying? This is not somebody wanting to come towards you because, you know, let's kumbaya. I miss you. I love you. I legit don't even see that out here. I don't see that out here because the very center card here, I got the world and judgment in the reverse. Somebody is getting slapped upside the head with karma. And what do I always tell you? We are not stepping in to help nobody with their suffering. Baby, you're going to have to suffer just like I did. Call them other people you was calling when I was trying to be present. Yeah, literally the only reason why and the funny thing about it is, let me tell you, it's kind of like they want to come towards you because now it's like, oh, I don't want to argue. I don't want to be in conflict with you, right? I now want to kind of prioritize you as, you know, you're my family. I love you. Child, please. You see this whole thing. You see this demon for exactly who they are. Whether this demon is a woman or a man impersonating a woman in masculine energy, whoever the hell this is, you see them for who they are. And you realize that if you get yourself connected with them, they will absolutely hem you up. They are trying to slow down your progress. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this person has not learned any lessons, and they're trying to hold on to you. Oh, let me come in here with an apology because life is whooping my ass right now. Life is whooping their ass right now. And the only reason why they want to come back is because literally they want to keep this imbalanced energy in your life. It's kind of like an energy vampire, like you're in a good space, you're mentally, emotionally, financially, you're in a much better space than maybe you were the last time you were dealing with them. And now the only reason why they want to come back is because they see, like I said, the collective I'm talking to, we are in a good space. And it's kind of like they see, it's interesting too, because they also see, I feel like this person can also see that you're living in your 10 of cups. They also see that all of the love and generosity that you give to other people, you are not giving to them. They are literally they're getting what they gave you, which is not a lot. And the only reason why they're trying to hold on to you is because of your resources and what they think you could provide for them. Do not fall for this shit. I almost got an attitude. Don't fall for this. Yeah, here's the funny thing about it is you already know. You already know. You already know they coming in here on some bullshit. They're hoping that they can come in here and like gaslight you to death so that you just, love bomb you and gaslight you so that you don't really see the truth of it. But you are already aware that this person, and I really want to say this also could be you too, because even if you don't want to, like, you don't really care about them being on the outside, it's not a thing for you. You've already made your choice of where you're going to prioritize your time and energy, and that is towards the things that you love and what you want for your life, right? I don't see any desire here, even if they were to come in here with an apology. You don't have any desire to like give energy to it. You don't have any desire to work on it, to build. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And the other thing is too, you also recognize too that this person wanting to come in here to apologize, they may want to apologize, but I don't see anybody here holding themselves. I don't see any accountability for what they've done. This person here is not trying to have any accountability for their previous actions. They're just trying to hold on to you because, God, they're just trying to hold on to you for resources. This person don't want to work. Like I said up here, they may have to work. They don't want to work. So they're trying to hold on to every last bit of the stability that they perceive that they have. They're trying to hold on to it. And I also see too where you kind of like, I think that was a shift for you too, where at one point this person could have potentially been a part of your 10 of cups. And at one point you prioritize a very imbalanced relationship. You may have been overgiving, doing all the doing. And they were okay with that. They were literally okay with that. And I kind of feel like the moment you pivoted and started to focus on what you wanted for yourself, when you really got a good look at what you were dealing with and how little this person was giving to you, how you may not have been, like, you may have prioritized them, but they never prioritized you in the same way. And you started to see the imbalance in that. You started to see how unfair that was. So you gathered up your little strength. You stopped being disappointed in life. You know what I'm saying? You stopped being disappointed. You decided, you know what? I'm not going to cry over the past anymore because I can't do anything about it. It's already happened. It's done deal. It's done, right? And again, this person, I kind of feel like this person is really trying to hold on to you, but it feels like they've kind of lost control of this entire situation because you didn't play your part the way you were supposed to. Your part was you were supposed to stay there and keep being their footstool. The pivotal moment was when you kind of took a really good look at the situation and recognized the pattern, because I can definitely see where you recognize the pattern. You decide to kind of step out of that loop. I mean, you might have been on a hamster wheel at one point and you decided to step off that hamster wheel and go get your life. I gotta find a better way to shuffle these round cards. I love this deck, but I gotta find a better way to shuffle these. Oh. And you know what? I do believe, because I'm not, I feel like there at one point had been, what you perceived as harmony within the relationship. You had love for this person. Oh shit. But I also do see that this kind of feels like, there's something here in the past that this person has done that they've been trying to keep secret. It may have something to do with money, resources. Oh, this person. Okay. So it kind of looks like, I think I might have talked about this before in other readings. This also looks like somebody here, and this ain't for everybody, but what this looks like is, it does feel like there was somebody here maybe trying to affect a separate relationship, a different partnership. So say this is your mother. Say we're talking about your mother and say you're in a relationship. It kind of feels like an energy projection of trying to make one of you or both of you walk away from each other, to create some kind of instability within your home. But what they did not expect that you would stand your ground. Like, especially if you walked away and you chose a different relation, like say you chose and I've talked about this in other readings, say you chose your partner over, your birth family, your mother, your parents, or whatever, right? This kind of feels like you made this choice and you're standing your ground. They did not expect you to do that. They did not expect for you to stand your ground. They did not expect for you to be so protected. So if they have been trying to project something, there has been something done here in the past. This ain't gonna be for everybody, but this also feels like they may have, if there's children involved or a child, there could be a male child involved here. So there may have been a male. There may have been a male child. Somebody here may have paid them, bribed them. There's a male child here. Somebody may have paid them to like interfere with a partnership. That ain't for everybody. Yeah, like I said, they were expecting, okay, so they may have been, Okay, so the energy, because now I'm seeing it's more like these are the masculine cards, so it almost feels like, I think I mentioned this like a few readings ago, where there was energy projection around the masculine. That's what this feels like. It's kind of like they wanted this masculine, the energy projection over it is like trying to prevent them from giving to you, give, like, to walk away, to let you go, to withhold energy from you. Ooh, this is nasty business. Nasty business. Yes, but here's the thing. Like I said, you are protected. I feel like, collective, you have been moving. You have been making some very, very strategic moves. They did not expect it or anticipate it. You are like 10, 15 steps ahead of this person or whoever these people are. So if they've been trying to attack your home and create some type of instability, they can't, because everything around it it's been protected. Yep. There's someone here that is spreading lies and rumors, gossip, word witchery. I talked about that yesterday. We got somebody here is like really, I want to say they've been really trying to influence this secondary energy, this masculine energy. Yeah, but whatever they've been trying to do, it hasn't been working. It hasn't been working. You have been successful. Ooh, child, collective. You have been successful in protecting your own stability and foundation. Especially if we're talking about your, like, if I'm talking to the group that's married or partnered or whatever. This could even be a business. Like, you're protected. You've learned all the lessons, and I think you learned the lessons simply by moving away from this situation. The distance is what gave you the clarity. And maybe you had to take some routes that were not, you know, you may have taken some really untraditional routes to accomplish what you had to do. But let me tell you, your union is stable. Your union is stable. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody is stressed out. Okay, now I did say this yesterday. It's kind of like, because this is kind of piggybacking a little bit on the energy from yesterday, because it almost feels like somebody here did not, if somebody here was trying to affect, like, your union or whatever, what they didn't expect, and they're worried because what they didn't expect for you to bounce back. They didn't expect the bounce back. All right, let me do this real quick because I have a client in 5 minutes. Let's use this Kipper deck and see what's out there. All right. All right. So, we know the family room is usually the family, like a family home or, space where, family normally gathers or whatever. I want to say, yes, underneath it is the home. So there was a relationship here. There was something that was done illegally, and it is centered around a marriage. This here's that mature woman is centered around this marriage. She's a mature woman being the false person. So maybe somebody in this marriage here, this courtship, and it's all connected to this mature woman. This mature woman has been a false person, because official person is in the reverse. So official person with false person. So this mature woman here may have been in this marriage, have done something illegal that has something to do with the house. Coffin. So maybe she gained this house, because I'm looking at marriage and courtship. So maybe, and I don't see a man out here. So maybe the man in this relationship may have passed and there was a home left, but whatever was tied to this home was done illegally. Yeah, this mature woman, she's trying to avoid imprisonment. She's trying to avoid imprisonment, and she is trying to avoid having to work. This woman did whatever this woman did. She's the center of it. Whatever she's done, number one, it doesn't work. It has not worked. She's trying to avoid imprisonment. There's a message of concern that maybe you don't know about, or that didn't reach you. Something about a gift. Okay, this mature woman may also be passing herself off. Like I said, she's attached to this official person, so she may have been somebody that people really respected or whatever. She may be passing herself off as some kind of priestess, also attached to the false person. So if she's out here telling folks that she's a priestess, she's a liar. Yeah, so this home made her a privileged lady. Hold on. This home made her, there was a message. Okay, so adjudication with message in the reverse. There was a message here. We have marriage. It was in the reverse when I looked at it. So there's definitely a message here that you didn't receive, or something from the courts that was withheld. Poverty. Somebody here was trying to avoid poverty. Marriage again. So this mature woman has been posing as some kind of priestess. Okay, remember I've said in the past, either she's a practitioner or she's paid a practitioner. So this mature woman may actually be a practitioner. Mature woman out here again with this house. Okay, I said it was giving me a bad. Okay, so this marriage, remember I said the man, because I don't have any men out here. The man in this marriage may have passed. Then we have bad health. He may have been in bad health. And in his passing, there was some unexpected income. There may have been a wealthy man. So the man that passed may have been a wealthy man. He worked hard for the income that he made. And this woman is afraid because there's some imprisonment here happening because of some good fortune and some unexpected income. There's something here with some money. There's a money component here. And other people know about it. This person is really trying to avoid, like, this person may have to work. And other people, I said, it was like I saw other people like pointing fingers at her, like, key, ha, ha, ha. Like the community, they're looking at her and they're laughing. Not laughing, but they're looking at her like, see what you did? See what you did? And they're worried about it. They're thinking about it. All right. Let's do a couple of these fortune telling sticks and then I gotta go because I gotta get online. All right. Think of a yes or no question. Yes or no question. All right. 2 fell out. All right, the first one is yes. This is a bright period in your life filled with warmth and joy. Still, the choice between duty and emotions alter your plans by warping your view of the situation. This is the right moment for realizing your true self and overcoming all shortcomings. Achieve inner harmony or else. In 2 to 3 months, the Wheel of Fortune brings good changes, but it does so delicately. Your ability to take advantage of an opportunity to find courage in any endeavor bestows you with well-deserved praise. Ignore the praise, ignore the blame, and follow your heart and nothing else. And then we have no. Bright rays of hope break through the most unexpected moment. At the most unexpected moment, you react decisively with a sensation of self-righteous indignity. Only through this can you ever feel free and equal. This is universal. The time of tedious waiting is running out, but not until after 8 to 9 months. The time for opportunities to realize your full potential is coming. Your incredible ability to expand your mind with the depth of your generosity can help you to easily catch luck by the tail. Now that you have it, don't let it go. All right, guys, I love you. Until next time, I might try to come back and record a little bit later after my last appointment. We'll see what kind of time I'm working with. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.